What's up, everybody? Another episode of Raw Afternoon Recap. They are in Glasgow, Scotland, and this is just what it is. We're going to jump right into it. I'm Xavier Soller, along with my man Justin Stuckey. What up, Big Stuck, man? What
What
do
up,
we
y'all? How
think?
y'all doing?
What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Your
I'm just
boy
glad to be
came
back
out.
on Mic Check Mania. Number
Yeah,
one. I'm
I
glad. I'm
know.
glad to see you, man. Glad to see
It's
you.
always it's always great to see you as well, man.
Yeah. Glasgow, Scotland. They're still out of the country,
Mhm.
but we're still showing our dedication. And I was thrilled to tune in, and the first thing I saw was John Cena back in the spotlight. Heel Cena, human being Cena, whatever you want to call him. A lot of f bombs were thrown towards Cena's way.
They couldn't mute it. They
They
actually, I read a follow up. They tried to mute it. Netflix apologized or whoever apologized, but it just wasn't happening because why? Because you can't mute the people.
You
That's
can't
why.
mute the people.
The
You
people
can't
spoke.
silence the people.
No, never, never, never
I'm
works.
I'm confused though. As much worse vulgar stuff we see on Netflix, why are they muting this?
I don't know. I just read a thing on Netflix unable to mute explicit John Cena chants. And I was
Yeah,
like, but y'all show everything on Netflix. We don't need
everything.
to really? Like that's what we're muting?
Did y'all hear the roast of Tom Brady? They were saying some crazier stuff.
Yeah. And
So,
Kill Tony's now officially on Netflix, coming to Netflix. That's huge. If you
hmm
know Kill Tony, you know that there is no off limits. It's anything goes
hmm
with Kill Tony. So, anyways, again, if you seen a chance, probably the last thing we need to worry about is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Um, uh, we're gonna dive into it again. Thanks for tuning in to Mike Check Mania. We're gonna go ahead and tune in, or tap into just. I'm just not. Let's just say that I'm looking forward to WrestleMania because it's starting to get cookie cutter, right? There's a copy and paste. It's the exact same show that it was last week.
yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm
true.
saying? Like, if we're just looking at the big picture, I'm just like, let's just get to Mania already because I can't keep watching the same Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
Same people, they have to keep everybody tight. And I do have a little harsher critiques for Raw as well as our LFG recap that's coming, but we'll get to that obviously in our next episode. But let's talk about your boy Cena coming out and just I think doing just being a little too much this time. Like,
let's start before he gets to the ring.
oh,
I want to
okay.
talk about before he gets to the ring.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go
He
ahead.
is, yeah, this is my lane right here for the C Nation.
How dare I?
Yeah, how dare you? He is in his character, in his zone. Did you see how he walked up to the Cena fan, the young Cena fan on the side, and just stared him in the eye? They were cheering him,
he was trying to he was trying to get some love.
and then he just kept on walking.
Yeah, because
Took his
he's
little towel, put it back behind him, walked through
on
the
his
crowd.
head
A lot of
doing too
FU
much.
Cenas, a lot of resemblance to that ECW 2006. Not as close to him, but man, the fans were on him. Put a little towel to the side, got in the ring. And if you notice, he always starts his promos out with just like one line or one or two liners, just subtly. And he keeps telling the crowd, y'all are making this so easy for me. I think he was dropping some gems though. I think aside from his last weeks where he had to kind of figure out his character, learn how to get into that role, as a Cena fan, I think just from my perspective, it's hard to kind of see him in that light, try to be that way. But I think he's hitting some good points, man. I think he's holding his own phenomenally on these promos. Hey, man, brought up this. I almost brought the belt out, bro, just because he brought up the spinner belt. Man.
I
Bro
mean,
said he taking his belt.
if
He
he were ever
going
gonna
to
bring it
it.
out, it would be now.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna wait till he wins it. Because he said at WrestleMania he gonna win it. He gonna get 17. Look. He gonna get 17 and he's gonna put it into all this Ric Flair talk. And the only name y'all gonna be saying is John Cena. And he said he's gonna retire with the belt. Bro, I thought he gave a great promo, bro.
I'm taking my belt and I'm going home. I
I think he
said,
said it like that.
shut
Don't
your
do it.
dirty
Don't do that.
mouth.
Y'all. I've said this ever since our first video of Mike Check Mania when we were ringside in Nashville. Xavier is a Cena hater.
While them Cena lovers was coughing on you.
Hey, I was just about to bring them up. What do you think those dudes are thinking about right now? How do
They're
you think they
coughing
feeling?
still. Tail is they're still coughing right now. He got whooping cough.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. Did they get rid of their shirts and belts? I'd love to know. That
they were
would
decked
be,
out.
oh my gosh. I feel like that was a look. Had he not coughed on you, let's say he didn't cough on you not once.
Uh-huh.
Say he didn't cough on you not once. I feel like we'd have been cool with them. You would have talked to them, and you would have got them to follow our podcast, and they would all be amazing to have on the show right now to see what they're. I mean, because again, we went to Monday Night Raw in Nashville. What at this point, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks, something like
Hmm.
that, and we have four Cena fans are all wearing the same shirt, all got the same hat, all have the same belt. They're all dressed up as John Cena, right?
A lot of money.
And lot of money, lot of money. And they were younger kids and not high school kids probably.
Probably high school.
Yeah, probably high school kids. But we would love to see their reaction to what's going on right now. I think that would have been a fun follow up. But nonetheless, again there's a few things that are getting a little dry for me, and we'll talk about that in each match as we do, going down the line. But it's just at this point, I don't think they're trying to do too much to one, get anybody hurt
Hmm.
before, or get too banged up for the show, the big show, as we
Yeah.
say, right? Um, but there's only so much dialogue. I feel like it almost started too early because now they're just coming out and doing the same thing. Excuse me. It's kind of obviously predictable is an accurate word, but it's just like what I didn't see. The fans got their money worth because they got to see John Cena and they got to see Cody Rhodes.
I
So,
think
but
Cena's
there's
carrying though, bro. Like from a non-biased perspective, I'm just listening to the interactions. Charlotte Flair said it don't matter if they woo or boo, long as they're saying something. Bro, he has. I just want you to pay attention to how they only did it once, but like as soon as he picks up the mic to talk, everybody shuts up. Even at this character that a lot of people don't like. They're screaming F you Cena, but as soon as he starts to speak, they be quiet. They only did the what thing one time and he addressed it. And after that, they didn't do it. They let him be his character. And he is addressing stuff from the 20 years ago. He was talking about the belt, bro. Was it
Mhm.
oh 05, oh 06? Like
Yeah.
I think he's in his bag as far as his promo goes because he is telling the story. He is addressing the why. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, Cena goes heel. Why? He is doing this without even The Rock involved. He's telling you the story of leading up of why he's doing this. Bro, address the kid, bro. He paying attention.
Well,
He's addressing,
you had to do that because
but
again,
how
it
many
went
times has he
viral.
ever done that? You know what I'm saying? Like he's addressing stuff that he's like, y'all eat that up. Y'all talk about this kid, da da da. Bro, he is to me, he's in his bag. Cody Rhodes is trying to
You're a
keep up.
hater. You're a Cody
I'm
Rhodes
just being
hater.
honest.
Yeah,
On the mic, he's trying to keep up. On the mic, people love Cody. I think Cody's great, but on the mic,
he's a champ. Of
he's a
course he's
champ.
great. Of
He's a
course he's
champ.
great.
Yes, he's a champ.
What?
But who's the? We know who the champ is.
Ric Flair.
No, it's Cena.
Whoa.
No, he's tied with Cena. Don't forget that they're tied.
Yeah, who got there first? Cena's playing catch up.
Who got there first? He was born before him. He was in the business before him. What are you talking about? That doesn't make
Okay.
any sense.
Point made. Thanks.
That point is
Bing.
not valid.
Let's put that little ticker up there.
That point isn't
One
valid at
point
all.
for Team Gryffindor.
No, that doesn't make any sense. What do you think about Rhodes coming out there? I thought he's trying to keep up.
Hey,
He has some good points though.
you said he did,
Mhm.
and here's one thing I do know: Shannon Sharp, Steve Harvey, and Cody Rhodes got the coldest tailors in sports entertainment,
Hey,
in
we gonna give him that.
sports and entertainment, because this dude can dress. Holy smokes.
Hey, I'm not arguing with you at all on that point because
I
Cody
know because
Rhodes
you
is dripped
you
out.
said that some weeks ago. You're like, I need his tailor. That's what you said.
But have you seen John Cena suits? That's all I'm saying.
No, I have
Watch the
not.
watch the watch the episode Cena, Shannon Sharp.
Well, he had the blue. I saw that. Yeah.
That suit was fire. And I've
I'm
seen
just
him wear like
saying.
he don't wear it as a character. I want to know who his tailor, Cody Rhodes tailor is because the fact that he can do moves in them tells me that whatever pants or whatever stuff he got on is
He
movable.
probably got it at Express because well, shout out to Express. I used to work there for a couple years, but there's an athletic fit is all I'm saying,
He
and
probably is
it's
at State and Liberty, bro. I think his paycheck is at State and Liberty. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So you think their promo or you think their segment is kind of getting repetitive and we just
Yes,
need Mania?
I
We
think we
haven't
just
seen
need
them wrestle
Mania. Say
at
it again.
all.
No, we won't. We won't.
But how you think this match gonna go? A little preview into WrestleMania. Does Cena win or not? Because we haven't seen The Rock, which is interesting to me. I don't think The
I
Rock makes
know,
it.
and there again,
I think it's the
there's
international
still a
trip. That's
third
why.
person, right?
I think it's the international trip. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, I mean
Rock
he's
has
probably
to make his
booked. Let's be
mix.
real. We don't need all of that firepower. We might get one the week before Raw or the week before Mania, but he might drop in. But right now, the focus is building up Cena's character. And again, there's got to be a little dialogue exchange between him and Cody, just to, like I said, for the build. But I mean, Cody
One
was there.
talker.
Cody said, "Fuh, let's go." Hey, I was like, okay, let's
I
go.
think he had a good idea with his the champ is over there and the champion is standing in the middle of this ring here. He should have just said the champ is here line. That would have sealed the promo for me because everybody knows that Cena saying. But if you said that exact saying, feel like it has a better impact. Not the champ
Mhm.
is standing in the middle of the ring. You should be like, you think the champ is over there, but the champ is here. That's all you got to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you battling with the lisp, but get your
Dang,
promos
you
right.
got it. You had to go there.
I'm just saying. Every time I look for it now after you said it.
Viewers, we are all inclusive. I just want to let you guys know
If you
we
have a
love
list, that's
everybody.
okay. You can
Yeah,
still give a promo.
you just can't cut a promo.
You can
You can cut a
still
promo, but you can't cut a promo.
no. Your list does not hinder you from cutting a great promo, but you got to know what to say. Now, Cody's character is great, but I still no bias. You know this is a fact. He's still catching up with Cena on the mic. Don't let them. I said this last week. Don't let them two go back and forth. Cody will be cooked respectfully.
I'd have to see it because right now,
Rewind the
again,
tape of when Xavier gave Cena all the props to when he was promo
I
top
told
three.
you when he cussed at everybody, I was like, okay, that was he ate there because I think he was diving full like head first, we'll say. But right now, I don't know. It's back to like I'm really not feeling it. I'm not believing it. So if he had that same energy that he had the other day, I think it works. But I don't think we saw that. You know what? We saw a very flat Raw tonight. Again, from start to finish.
Overall, yeah.
Bron, they always give you a good last match. You know what I'm saying? To like wrap it up with a bow kind of thing. Cause my man, but it wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? So
We can't give you our rating beforehand, but it was not.
yeah, it felt very flat start to finish.
One
But
thing was cool. The Usos back together, first time in a year and a half. They were in a tag team match versus A Town Down.
is that where we're going next?
That what did you want to go
The
next?
next match?
Yes,
Okay.
because we could talk about the little Cody Cena segment all day.
I don't want to talk. Look at me. Y'all listen. I don't want to talk about nothing. This is how we're gonna do this particular match. Okay. We're not gonna say nothing. Okay. We're not gonna say nothing. I we ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna say, I said, turn around. That's what I said. That's all we're gonna say. Go to the next match because I don't care. I'm not doing this again.
Look,
I'm
bro.
not doing this again.
Look, bro. I have to address something first. I wrote down in my notes a couple things about this match. First off, I've been seeing this all over social media. Austin Theory. What should the WWE do with Austin Theory? What should Austin Theory do next? Because Austin Theory a couple years ago was at the top. You know what I'm saying? Top mid card, face Cena, US champ, big time. He needs a spark somewhere. Either you're going to get in WWE or you're going to have to leave and go revitalize your character and come back. But right now, Austin Theory is, to me and to many of the fans of the WWE Universe, he's not working well in his tag team. It needs to be back to singles Austin Theory. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. I really would like to know our viewers' thoughts in the comments, but what does Austin Theory need to do in order to get back to the top?
Austin Theory needs to go have a little sit down because I think Grayson Waller is a better wrestler. I think Grayson Waller is going to have more heat, whatever you want to call it, wherever they decide to go. I think he's the better. I just think the Theory thing is, I think he's just played out. I think
Yeah.
people just they're just like, oh, what do you do with them? So I can't tell you, but it's got to come to an end. The A-Town Down Under thing, I like. It was cool for what it was, right? I think it's very catchy.
Yeah.
A-Town Down Under. Obviously, we know all the components were there, but I'm a fan of Grayson Waller. I think he's the better of the two. There's something about Austin Theory that just doesn't seem genuine for me anymore. I don't know. I just think it's just like, it's just boring. He's the bro at that you went to school with that you're just like, oh, you just like to lift, you know. There's just I don't know. There's nothing there. I don't. There's nothing that says superstar.
Mm,
Personally, for me, but
mm.
like I
Y'all
said,
let us,
having a run with Cena is awesome, right?
but we can't
But
live in the past.
we can't live in the past. Like I said, just like music, you gotta stay up with what's current, or just keep bringing something to the table. And what he's doing is not really that. So maybe you
Yeah.
go down to NXT and help these
That
young
was one of the
cats.
options
You
was
know,
become the NXT champ.
yeah,
Get
yeah,
yourself back in the mix.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. Y'all let us know. My second note, did you notice that Jimmy did the dive this week and Jay pulled down the rope? So Jimmy,
Brilliant. I will say,
that
if
was
anybody didn't pick up on that, I thought that was beautiful, beautifully done.
yeah.
Um, I think I would have loved an acknowledgement to the camera, maybe of
He
just
did it
the
on SmackDown.
did he?
When Jimmy jumped over the rope, he like made a face because they were talking about it. But this
Oh,
week I
okay,
think he was just trying to help him out.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
I loved it because again, we can't be doing too much. But
I
again,
know. Please, Jesus. Third and final note.
okay,
Your note down there says,
kombucha.
yeah. Yours says turn around. I wrote down Jay Uso was ready this time, but he slipped and then got.
He slipped
How you slip? Jay. You he's not.
each week. He lets me know he's he's alluding to the fact that he's not ready to be the champion.
Every time.
Because if this is what you're getting caught up on, the same
Same thing.
zany hijinks each week.
It's like doing the same jump scare in a movie. You know it's
Yeah, man, you know it's coming. So, again, I think it's a copy and paste. I think it's a wash and repeat that we're getting, and I think that um, even the crowd was even the crowd was flat. The prior week was lit. But
yeah, they
this
were.
one, they had a couple of chance. Have you seen a? Yeah, we knew we were gonna probably get something like that, but it was pretty flat throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, because even
CM
when
Punk,
Jimmy,
he brought some, but still, it just was like I don't know, man. This one's
I
tough for me.
I
This
want to
one's
jump
tough.
ahead. I'm gonna get back to our Lyra Valkyria and Raquel Rodriguez match. But just because we were on the topic of Jimmy and Jey Uso, there's a segment with them backstage talking on the steps.
Oh, here's it, bruh. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You speak your piece. I'll speak mine. You just reminded me of that. I was like, damn, how did I let that slip by?
There's many things that Jey Uso is showing us of why he's not ready to be a champ. But I gotta find the tape. But if you guys watching this, go back and I asked Xavier this. What were your thoughts on Jey Uso's mic skills? And we were talking about how it's just the effect of the music has to be played. He has to put on a show. And I was like, he just says the same thing on the mic. And he'd be like, yeet, and just say a few words. Bro is not ready. Did you hear? I wrote it down. It was a discussion between him and his brother, heartfelt, of if he doesn't know if he can beat Gunther. And he says, I'm 3-0 against Gunther, and I don't know if I can beat him. 3-0. The first number is wins. The second number is losses. Michael Cole even referenced it afterwards. He said he was 3-0, but I think he meant 0-3. He's not ready, Xavier. In order to be the champ, you have to be the champ in the ring, on the
Yeah.
mic,
Yeah.
outside of
You
the
gotta be,
arena.
it's gotta be tight.
It got to be tight. Eventually, and I hate that I have to say this, but eventually, Yeet is gonna get old, and you
He's gonna
have to
die
be
out.
able to speak. And everything they've been saying to kind of downplay you, that you're just a tag teamer, you ain't ready for the moment, all that type of negativity is gonna prove itself true if you don't get it together. Respectfully.
They were having their moment, their very awkward moment, and they go around the corner.
Right there.
And this dude, Gunther, is just on the other side of the wall the whole time. I said, WWE, you've got to do better.
What you're saying, make it make sense.
Make it make sense. I will say the most entertaining thing out of the entire afternoon, Jimmy slapped the shit out of Gunther. I said, I'll be damned if I volunteer to have a grown man slap me. Because
He
that
slapped
was
the
a
fire out of
pop.
him.
That
He
was a
slapped the fire out of
pop.
him.
And Gunther, being Gunther, he just smirked it off, smiled it off. I was like, this dude is the real deal.
Yeah.
Gunther is not to be played with. And again, if you saw the next episode preview for LFG, which again we'll get into, Gunther in there cooking.
Gunther
I
is savage.
again haven't been excited for an episode like the last one, but this this gonna be the one. This gonna be the one. I said, not you talking to the Undertaker like
That
that.
was crazy. We gotta
Woo!
save it. We gotta save
We're gonna
that.
save it because I was like,
I
no,
wrote that down. I
Gunther,
said, wait a minute.
don't do it, Gunther.
Why you ain't got her like that? You don't see that? I said, wait a
Oh,
minute.
oh, oh. You can't do that. That's
Guys, if you
royalty, bro.
if you don't have a clue what we're talking about, there's this thing out there called LFG.
Yes.
And
Legends, future greats.
yes, we're not going to tell you exactly what it is because we've already done many of episodes. So just go to our channel and go to our playlist that says WWE LFG and start at the beginning and just keep watching.
There you go.
That's all I'll say.
So we get past the slap. It moves on. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, we got to go back. We got to go back.
What we got to go
Lyra
back to?
Valkyria, Raquel
Oh,
Rodriguez. Title match. Can't skip that. We've been giving Raquel Rodriguez her praises because we feel that she has the potential to be dominant. No debate there. She got all the tools.
she is right now, though. She's got a belt. She's
A
got a
tag team
couple.
belt. A tag team belt.
She's going to get that Intercontinental belt.
Yes. But she didn't get it tonight.
It's all right.
But you know how we have been asking, where are certain people? Bailey popped up to save Lyra Valkyria after she was getting absolutely curb stomped by the
Yeah,
Cream. Hey, did you know? Very off topic, but if you are any fan of WWE, you know that Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan are tag team partners, champions. Did you know that Liv Morgan used to work at Hooters? There
I
was a
did
big.
not.
I saw that out there. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I
Am I
saw.
am I surprised? No.
No, she said she was making like Chipotle bowls. She was getting Chipotle bowls or something made in there. It was interesting.
Hilarious.
Yeah, shout out Liv.
Yeah, shut up, Liv.
Yeah, but okay, match. I'm glad I got to see Bailey again. Um,
But
she's just in a helping zone right now.
what I tell you, keep yourself relevant, be easy to work with, keep yourself employed, be easy to work with,
Mhm.
and help other people get better around you. She's
Mhm.
got to be the best team player in that locker room.
You missed a
She
point.
what?
You missed a point.
What point?
Stay caked up.
Stay caked up.
Stay caked up, Bailey.
She is helping NXT talent and she's helping WWE talent,
Mm-hmm.
Raw talent, right? Um, I can't shout out Bailey enough. Her story is amazing. What she's been able to accomplish in WWE has been amazing. And she's just, in my eyes, one of the hardest working superstars in the game today. So I got to give her all her flowers, all her props, because again, you turn on a show, she's there. I hope she pops up on LFG. I hope she, you know what I'm saying? We still got some
She's
episodes to go.
she's
But
gonna have a Shawn Michaels role when it's all said and
yeah,
done.
she lives and breathes this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I know she can uh be a mentor, be a tutor of such, excuse me, and and continue to help superstars grow because that's what she's doing right now. So but I hope she's her reign is not over. I'll tell you that. She'll get another run at something because she's just great at what she does. And I love um how kicked up. Anyways, so
She's one of the four horsewomen. Remember them? I think that's their title.
oh yeah, huh?
Bailey, Becky Lynch, Sasha
Char
Banks, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were
Damn, you forget about that. Again,
they were in
where's
their
time
bag.
go?
I
Where's
didn't
time?
forget. They were in their bag.
Yeah.
They were in their bag, dog.
Yeah.
Dang, I miss
Yeah.
Sasha
That's a
Banks,
Hall
bro.
of Fame group. That's a Hall of
Yeah.
Fame class, easily. First ballot.
Will Sasha Banks get into the WWE Hall of Fame with the way she left? That's like the
Mm.
Antonio Brown debate we were having.
Mm. That's a good point.
Chat, I want you guys to answer this. As significant of a role that Sasha Banks played in the WWE, with the way that she left the WWE, will she, when it's all said and done, get into the WWE Hall of Fame? Let us know.
Well, it can't be any worse than how Warrior left, like the Ultimate Warrior. Um, at some point, time heals that and people come together. So I think eventually, but she's out to prove she can do it um on her own right now.
For
And
those who don't know how the Warrior left, can you give some insight? And I'll give some insight about how Sasha Banks left because I do like to make sure that our chat, our viewers, our listeners out there are aware of what we're talking about.
uh well, I think it came down to the Warrior just being a very, very strong personality. And uh there was some steroids involved.
Mm,
And uh y'all can help me out. I don't want to. Here's where I don't want to do. I don't know what was the straw that broke the camel's back, but I feel like they try to use Warrior as a fall guy for the steroid scene,
scapegoat.
because visibly he was there, and then when he came back the following Mania, it was clearly he was toned down from what he was. I mean, he was juicing,
Mm,
but then I think he just didn't. Him and Vince had the classic like headbutt,
yeah.
and he wanted. I think he was ready to be the top guy, and I think there might have been someone Hogan in the mix of that. So guys, I'm sorry that I spoke to it and didn't know the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but I'll have to look that up to get the definitive answer there. But I know that there was more than one thing that had happened to where he kind of like exited stage left. So um yeah,
I
thanks for
got
putting
you.
me on the spot there. Anyways,
Hey, you brought it up. I
no,
just
no,
was,
I did.
oh
I
yeah.
did. No, I'm just messing with you. Hey, look, I can't. I got too many thoughts running in this head. So,
Are you stuck in your
um,
thoughts?
I am stuck outside of my thoughts. I
No,
was
stuck
trying to
in your
look up
thoughts.
Sasha Banks is a part of a new outlet, new program,
Mm.
like a independent group. And she's got a belt over where she's at. Again, not the WWE, but she's still trying to do her thing. She's still but I love the independent scene because what I told you earlier, everybody that is in the ring came up through some type of independent wrestling, most everybody.
She should have stayed though. And
Well, but if you if you don't want to put up with shit anymore, you leave. Like if you're
yeah,
not
but
happy, you leave. Like
it's a
that's just
difference. It's a difference though. You aren't going to just, like I said, have to compare it to Antonio Brown. The way Sasha Banks left, for you all that are not aware, her and Naomi were tag team partners at the time. I have no idea internally what was going on behind the scenes, but they did not feel appreciated, respected, something of that nature. And they decided to do what John Cena said he's gonna do, but they ain't tell nobody. They left as tag team champions. They quit the company and left, and it
mhm.
got a lot of people out of character. Um, I don't know if it was Corey Graves, Baron Corbin, or Wade Barrett. One of them was going out of character, talking crazy on the commentary, just like you don't do that, all this and that, right? Naomi eventually made her way back to the WWE.
Mhm.
And I think obviously there's got to be conversations behind the scenes. Obviously, Naomi is married to Jimmy Uso, who's a part of the bloodline. They got a lot of power. You don't know what goes on. She gets back into the company, right? But with Sasha Banks, I think the difference between her and the Ultimate Warrior is a couple things. Number one, everybody named Mama was doing steroids at that time. You know what I'm saying? Even if they made him the scapegoat, granted, we don't know the whole story, but if that was, you know,
Well, I pulled it up, so I got it. So
was it the steroids thing?
well, it says after SummerSlam 1991, Warrior was suspended by Vince McMahon. He had demanded a huge raise, claiming he deserved to be paid on the same level as Hulk Hogan, which I
Mm,
agree, but they weren't going for that. And you're not going to tell Vince what he gonna pay somebody. That's your first no-no. He even threatened to no-show SummerSlam unless he got it. Vince paid him, but suspended him immediately after the event. So we got you. We put you on the card, but Vince is like, he's always been like that though. It's his way or no way.
mm,
92, return and exit. He came back in early 1992, but disappeared again later that year. WWE claimed he was fired for failing a drug test amid the company's steroid scandal, through Warrior denied it. 96 comeback and walkout. Warrior made a comeback in 96, but it didn't last. He walked over a dispute about merchandise money. He said he was owed, and WWE claimed he wasn't showing up to events reliably. So,
mm.
and then had a very bad backstage reputation. He was hard to work with. So, um,
This was the difference, I believe. And you know me, I'm not one to pull the race card. White male, black female. I don't think that is going to be the same. Hey, come on back. You know what I'm saying? Like right off the rip. Especially since it's been a minute now. Like she ain't come back. She has shown no interest of coming back. Obviously, you know, there's a never say never in the WWE.
mhm. Just
Uh,
don't want people to think I'm drinking beer on
okay.
camera. It's
Yeah.
kombucha.
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue.
Um, there's a never say never in the WWE, but I would like to know y'all's opinion, like I just asked. Will she get into the Hall of Fame? How will she be remembered? Because it's a difference between quitting on the job, like you talked about Warrior saying he was going to be a no show.
Hmm.
Imagine if he just no showed and didn't tell nobody. That's kind of what she did with those belts. She just left. Like y'all, they were supposed to be on the air. They just left.
She'll eventually be in the Hall of Fame.
We gonna see. That's like you leaving your game
This happens
mid
all
game.
this is Yeah, I get it. But again, CM Punk shit on an entire company, the one he currently works for.
It's
And
CM
it's
Punk,
not
white male, and it's CM Punk. It's not the same.
I
You
she
already
was
know
very good.
females.
She was
Females are gonna
very good.
females are already perceived different in a heavily male dominated and a heavily the we know the bosses that they had at the time. They aren't in the best of light in the media right now. It's different. That's all I'm saying. It's different.
I would love to know what the fans, anybody watching up to this point right here, you put in the comments, does Sasha Banks get into the Hall of Fame? I think eventually yes, because just of the track record that I've seen with the falling outs of certain characters and people throughout wrestling. And again, they get these guys, they go downhill, the girls go downhill, and then they eventually go on some like redemption thing, or again, they sit down, they talk it out, they hash it out, and be like, "Hey, you were a part of wrestling," and she's a part of a lot of people's story. That's
There's no
another thing.
woman that's done that though. We're talking
We don't
about
know that. If you know that definitively, speak to it. But if you don't, I don't think that's fair to say.
that is fair.
Because
That's
I
a
don't think
fact.
well, again, you're young. I don't think you know a lot of wrestlers. Let's be real.
Okay, this is killing credibility,
No,
crapping on
no,
your co-host.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying.
This doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't mean.
What woman has done that? You can point to CM Punk, but it's a male. What woman?
Is
I'm just
is
saying.
is is Sable in the Hall of Fame?
Did
Yes.
Sable do what Sasha Banks did?
Sable's sued the company. Even worse.
What color is Sable?
Oh, so we're that podcast now. Sorry,
No,
guys.
but
Sorry.
let's just be honest. First off, you already know it's super hard. It's super hard to do that, to elevate in the company number one. It's heavily male dominated, obviously. I
Mm.
mean, the women are doing their thing. We talked to Goldberg about that. Go check that out if you haven't. Heavily male.
Oh,
Or
she's actually not in the Hall of Fame, and that's probably because she sued the company. So,
I
um,
stand or sit corrected or correct.
um, yeah, she's also married to Brock Lesnar. We forgot about that. Who's also not in the. Um,
My point is being proven, bro. I think that she is
we'll
worthy
do some
because of her
research. I'm gonna
accolades.
do some research outside, but uh,
Politically, though, and kind of logically, like if you were to lead a company like that, okay, let's get an example. I don't want to get too far away from the Raw recap,
well, we're
but
there already.
Carmella, right? She just dipped and she got on the podcast kind of talking about her thoughts or
Hmm.
whatever. Her husband is still working for the WWE. Shout out Corey Graves. So like that maybe, down the line could have some
Hmm.
rekindling. You know what I'm saying? In this situation, I think it's gonna be hard. It's like Naomi's already back, right?
I was gonna say, if Naomi walked, why do you think she won't come back or get the same grace? I don't
Naomi's been
understand. I guess
back
why I'm
though.
confused. And she
Naomi,
darker.
but Naomi, you know who Naomi's married
Doesn't
to?
matter. Doesn't
It
matter.
does matter.
No, it does not. It does not matter. I'm telling you, it's still she's her own entity. And once wrong is done, like we just don't know
Roll
what was
back the tape
said.
how Xavier agreed with me that it did matter that she was in the bloodline or married to the bloodline because we talked about how she's married to Jimmy Uso, who's cousins with Roman Reigns, who's cousins with The Rock. The Rock has the power. We talked about he has the power.
I mean,
It's this. It makes bro. They got the
Sasha
power.
Banks,
Same way.
her Sasha
Same
Banks
way.
will be in the Hall of Fame. Mark my words.
I am not. I don't think that
If
she
that
doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
No, she will be in the Hall of Fame. It's not whether she deserves it or not.
We'll
She's a
see.
five-time champion.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Okay.
We'll see.
Oh, well,
It's
I
closer
guess
to a
we
no
will
than it
see.
is a yes.
There's no way. There's no, there's just no way. No.
I'm telling you, if she had came back when Naomi came back, maybe.
She's a leader.
She's not coming back
She ain't
though.
no sheep. Sasha, Sasha ain't no sheep.
Her last her last impression with the company. Say she never comes back, right? Her last impression with the company is pulling an Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown on paper is first ballot. Take away the name. He's first ballot. Zero questions asked. Take away Sasha Banks' name. She's in the Hall of Fame. You add the component of how they left, definitely plays a major factor. That's all I'm going to say. I think that's all
They
facts.
meant that.
But you know,
She's not up here. You
mhm,
please don't insult her to compare her to AB.
I'm not,
She's
I'm,
not unstable
what are
like
you talking about? I'm talking about
like
the
a
situation of leaving.
and I'm talking
And
about a
her being
mindset that would allow
stable
you to leave in such
makes it
manner.
worse.
No.
You could blame CTE of why Antonio Brown just got up and left. What is her excuse?
A disgruntled employee.
That's worse. Somebody
No.
who's
No.
mentally ill, or somebody that's in their right mind. Come on
Look,
now.
man. No, I'm saying when you're fed up, you're fed up.
That doesn't make it better. Somebody who's mentally unstable, that you disagreed, is mentally unstable in Antonio Brown, right?
Yeah.
Versus somebody who is in their right mind,
Yeah. To
who
not want to
just
put up with shit
had
anymore.
their
What's wrong
feelings
with that?
hurt and didn't
Oh,
handle it professionally.
oh
That's
my gosh.
so you're gonna leave. You're gonna leave. If somebody makes you mad at the SEC tournament, you're just gonna up and leave, or you're
No.
gonna have a conversation afterwards, and then you may decide to leave. You're not gonna leave during the middle of when you're supposed to be working, correct? Thank you. What are you talking about?
No, you're crazy.
You're not making no sense right now.
You're
Are you going to leave in the middle of your job if somebody it gets on your nerves or something like that? No, you're going to finish the job, then you're going to have a conversation post, right? Yes or no?
it's not the same situation.
That's literally what happened.
It's not the same situation.
Disgruntled.
I'm not I know you're trying to have me feed into your
No,
little thing you're doing
bro.
right now.
We're gonna watch.
It went
Xavier's gonna
from
watch this.
black women to white male to now
I made
yeah,
valid
yeah.
points. It's a power dynamic when I was referring to that. Huge power dynamic.
She walks in the WWE
But you
Hall of
telling
Fame.
me that you are going to leave during the middle of the NCAA tournament if somebody makes you disgruntled is completely false.
It's not the same. Anyway,
That's your job. How's that not the same? Xavier is tweaking. He gonna watch this and be like, bro, I wasn't making no sense.
no,
Anyway,
and other people might agree, but they'll also agree that Sasha Banks is going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. You can't. The, again,
bro.
the sport of wrestling, the sport of wrestling, like it's just kind of like part of the course. There's a lot of bad blood and there's a lot of things that happen throughout the history of wrestling, and these guys and gals end up coming back after how many DUIs has
End up
has
doing
Matt
what?
Hardy have? Do you
What
think
did you just
he's
say?
not getting into the WWE Hall of Fame?
What did you just say? They end up doing what? Coming back. My whole point was I said, what if she never comes back to the WWE? That's all I said. I don't think she gets in if she never comes back because what? Her last impression with the company
Yeah, because she's got to come up and accept the
was
award. What are
that.
you talking about? Now
Are
you're
you
not making
hearing
any
yourself?
sense. No, now you're not making any sense.
I said her last impression in the company. If her last impression was pulling the Antonio Brown,
She will come back. Here, I'll say this. She will come back and be a WWE Hall of Famer. They will
you think
mend everything. They will sit down, they will have a conversation, and she will come back because she's not only a one-time, but she's a five-time WWE champion, women's
that
champion.
pulled an Antonio Brown?
Yeah, she's not the first person that's ever left a company with a belt.
Did they come back and wrestle? That's all I got.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know
Exact.
everybody that's ever fucking left with a belt.
If she comes back, cool. That means she mended everything and she's back in the
So
mix.
what are we even talking about?
If
Because
she
we both
doesn't,
said
if she
if she
doesn't come
comes
back,
back.
if she doesn't come
If she
back,
doesn't come back, then why would she be in the WWE Hall of Fame?
That's been my point this whole time.
No, I kept saying the entire time if she comes back, I said she'll make good. They'll make good. I said that from the beginning.
And you said she'll go into the Hall of Fame. I said you didn't say anything about wrestling.
Damn,
Never did you do.
we're gonna
When
have
we
to cut out
rewind
this
this,
whole point because this is
just
ridiculous.
make sure you make the timeline so you know where to look.
Yeah.
All right. Look,
Okay.
guys, let's get to the
Okay.
next point.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get
Rhea
to the next
Ripley,
point because you're
Iyo
off topic.
Sky,
Five-time
Bianca Belair.
Raw Women's Champion, one-time SmackDown Women's Champion,
Guys,
first
we're
ever
moving on to the
Women's
next
Tag
thing.
Champion with Bayley.
I have a co-host power. I need to mute this joker. Look,
Yeah.
guys. Next up, they had a contract signing. And Mr. Pierce, your buddy, he said that in short, next week we're gonna have a rematch. Rematch clause back into effect. Rhea Ripley versus Iyo Sky. The winner of that will face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Theory Stuck is back here to give his thoughts. I think Rhea wins it, right? But then guess what? Io's got a rematch clause. See you at WrestleMania. There's no way this is not gonna be a triple threat. That's all I gotta say. Or Rhea could get messed up again, but I think she wins it, and I think Iyo wins it at Mania. Bianca, I'm sorry, Bianca's not winning. Because my theory, I'm gonna still go with that with Jade interfering.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I guess out of I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with this because I could see Rhea reclaiming it, but I can also see Bianca walking. But what I don't know, what I do know is Iyo is a wrap for her. So it's a
You don't think she's
hard,
gonna win?
huh?
You don't think she's gonna win? Iyo? Like after Mania, do you think she'll be a champ?
I just think she at the moment she's gonna be a warm body in the mix of all of this because I think it's about Bianca and Rhea right now.
And I think that's what they're pushing. That's why I
Sure,
think
sure,
she's
yeah,
gonna.
yeah, and I don't, yeah,
It's a good one though because it's unpredictable. I don't feel
yeah,
like there's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
predictability.
I will. I'm just like, damn, I don't know, I don't know. I can't even call this one.
Miss Sky. She didn't get mushed this week though.
Yeah, she did.
She got mushed?
Yeah, she got mushed. Yeah,
All I saw was her
Rhea
jump.
Rhea mushed her. Yeah, yeah.
I missed the
And
mush.
then Adam stepped in the middle of them. I was waiting for it. I said, damn, this mushing's got to stop.
Jay need to turn around. EO need to stop getting mushed. Dang. All right, y'all. Dragon Lee, El Grande Americano. That was boring to me. Why they pull
Told
my
you, bro.
dog mask off? Pull off the dude mask so we can see
Yeah,
what he.
yeah. I was like, yo, it's too soon to be doing that to Dragon Lee. It's
Yeah.
way too soon to be like. Eventually, it happens. Happens. It's happened to Ray a few times, but that's way too soon to be doing to Dragon Lee. So, wasn't a fan of that. Didn't like that because it's a big deal
Mm-hmm.
in just the world of luchadors, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that play for him to be the one to do it. Some dude where he's just like,
We don't even know who it is. We know it's Chad Gable though.
of course, it's
This is
silly.
boring.
It's silly. It's
WWE.
silly.
I'm not in the creative room or one of the writers at WWE. But I could just tell you this: there's a lot more entertaining things you could be doing. You can get some of these jokers from NXT. Shoot, put BJ Ray from LFG. It's gonna be more entertaining than
Trash.
that. You're sick, hey, bro. Xavier, I've learned a couple things about my dog Xavier. He's a certified hater. BJ Ray, and we'll talk about this at LFG recap. He's the most entertaining thing on that show.
I would love for the people to talk about BJ Ray. Go ahead, let
Have
us
you?
know in the
Xavier don't pay
comments.
attention to social media. Have you seen
Go
it?
ahead.
They
Go
love
ahead.
him.
I don't know why. Yeah, probably other white bros love him.
No, look, bro. Xavier don't be tapped in. He following all these supermodels and female wrestlers. He missing BJ's content.
Damn right. You damn right.
What you think about your boy CM Punk, man? The best in the world.
Bro, years.
What?
You're on so much Caucasian jock. It's insane. It's insane.
What are
Between your
you talking
obsession
about?
with John Cena and CM Punk, I could get very
I don't
much
have an
more.
obsession with CM Punk. I said, what'd you think
I
about?
could get more explicit, but I won't
I didn't.
due
I
to
don't
the
have an obsession
nature
with CM
of.
Punk. What are you talking about? I said, what'd you
Anyways,
think about your boy CM Punk?
um,
I'm a
that's why I told
Cena
you
fan.
you should what you should watch Heels. He's pretty funny on Heels. I will say that. Watch Heels. Anyways, um, he always does a good job. So I didn't. Again, I'm just ready for Mania. It's this again. I don't have many thoughts. I was more excited on the Sasha Banks trail we just went on. That was more exciting than what's happening right now because again, it's just wash and repeat. They want to just make sure everybody gets to see everybody on the road to WrestleMania. And I know
Mhm.
this is like nothing new, but I've never been on the podcast train behind it, so I'm really paying attention because normally I'll jump in and I'll just jump straight to WrestleMania. But now I have to watch week after week, and I love it.
You get
Uh,
to watch it week
we
after
get
week.
to watch it. We get to watch it. But I just think something better pop off in the next one, or I'm gonna be just real disappointed. Uh,
We've had two back to
what was
back.
your what
Like
were your yeah what were your thoughts on CM Punk's what he cut today
I always
whatever.
think CM Punk is good, but I think he does a great job of. I'm not trying to compare him and Cena, but I was saying like Cena is kind of like telling a story. I feel like CM Punk in all of his promos, he talks. You know what I'm saying? We watch LFG and they feel the need that they have to have some like over the top gung ho type of deal. I think CM Punk just builds the story well. Granted, I don't know how sold I am on the whole CM Punk Rollins Reigns trio, like we talked about on SmackDown. I think it just needs to be Rollins and Punk. He shows up. He's always there. He's consistent. He does a good job. Don't know if he's gonna win, but I just think, like you said, it's just making sure everybody's seen on the road to WrestleMania. I guess to put it in words, I'm not gonna say, oh man, you really should have watched that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But he's there. Like
No, he's put in the work for
he's
sure.
putting in the work. Like he's showing up. And I
Um,
think if it was that, if he didn't tear his elbow or tricep or whatever that was, he would have been a champ by now. Um, he has to get this has to end in order for the championship picture to come, though. So,
you think he'll
uh,
hold it? He'll hold the belt.
yeah,
That's where they're
because
headed.
Jay Uso is gonna win, but Jay Uso's not gonna hold it that long. Hopefully, they don't do him like they did our boy Kofi, but he's not holding it long. And that's the belt that I see um, them going to, unless he pulls a. But I think that's Orton's spot going at Cena. I don't think it's Punk's spot going at that. I think they're gonna push all of them towards that heavyweight title, and I think Orton will come into the mix somewhere down the road because once he ends this thing with Kevin Owens, he's back in the title hunt. Right now, Orton, heel Cena, babyface Orton, people love him. Yeah, I think that's what we need at some point in time.
Yeah, the Legend Killer about to put in some work on KO.
But before then, before Randy Orton gets into that picture, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I would hate. Here's what I would hate. I would hate to get a pity title on my way out. Like it's weird.
Is it
It's
pity or does
weird.
he have the crowd in the palm of his hands? The WWE Universe. He had the biggest. I think that's the biggest moment in WWE history. Him turning heel. It was
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's the big. You said that's the biggest moment.
What's
Okay.
bigger moment? Did you see the metrics? Did you see how everywhere it was? You had people
Yeah,
who don't talk about that at all.
sure,
Stephen A.
sure.
Smith was talking about John Cena
Yeah,
turning heel.
man.
I know you're a
No, I
hater.
get it. I get it. You love John Cena. I,
No,
I
no, no,
definitely
no, no.
understand.
I
No,
think
no.
that's the
You bought a
biggest moment.
$1,700 belt. I get it.
It wasn't
There's no
1,700. You
nobody
still owe me
nobody could
700.
ever nobody could ever say you don't love John Cena because
I just
I
want
I
you. I
see
just
it.
want
I
you to
feel
tell
it.
me what is a bigger moment.
I would say Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan probably.
You think that was
WrestleMania.
a you think that was a bigger moment than Cena turning heel?
Yeah, yeah, we'll say that.
Okay. Look, I'm respecting all of your opinions, but that's an iconic moment, but there's no way that
Iconic for sure, for sure.
iconic, most definitely. But
No, Cena obviously turning heel, huge, huge for sure. But
okay.
that's not. It's not worthy of getting a belt. No, no,
You
it's
don't think his
garbage.
career is worthy of
No,
getting
I don't think that him coming back to get a belt to then just exit expeditiously because he's not about to stick around
Well, he
and
said he's
like go.
done what, December, end of
Oh yeah, he's
2025?
gonna go home with his belt or whatever. I just think I think
His
it's just
reign,
a
you think will last
cheesy,
that long?
huh?
I don't think his reign will last that long. Well, we got April, then we got May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I don't think his reign will last that long because there's no way he ends as a heel, in my opinion. I don't think he goes out
Yeah.
like that. And I
I
don't
mean,
think he goes out champ.
what are you about to? You about to? He gives the belt, or he whatever with the belt, and then
You know there's no way Cena would end on a heel though. You think?
I mean, is the damage already done? I mean, he didn't want opening his
No, but
mouth.
folks was still cheering when he was walking out, and Cody was like, "John, come back" or whatever. And he walked off. There was some like Cena fans and stuff, and some people behind him was like, "Let's go, John! You got this, John, bro." Like what Charlotte say, woo or boo, bro. People still the reaction, no matter if it's people booing at them or people just when that music hit and they go to that wide angle. First off, that was a huge arena. That jump was deep.
That was crazy.
Everybody wants to see him. Now I say this, Cody Rhodes is right there too, man. When that music popped, that whoa, man, that firework, that junk go crazy.
I told you that already.
I'm just saying.
I told like
But
that
Cena don't
is.
need no pyro to get no pop like that. Facts. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm gonna get to Bron Breakker and Penta because I just like messing with you. You think Cody Rhodes has or is gonna have a better legacy than Cena?
I would say in comparison to the two, probably not.
Thank you. That's all I want to know.
Well,
Braun
no.
Breaker and Penta fighting
Look,
for the
the
Intercontinental
WWE has
Championship.
not been great to the Rhodes family. So
You said what?
the WWE has not been great to the Rhodes family
I
historically.
can't speak to them. I was talking about Cena and Rhodes, Cody
No,
Rhodes.
no,
Oh, okay.
he's a part of the Rhodes family, is he not?
No, but you said the WWE. I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about John
What?
Cena.
Who do you think gives him the belt?
No, but I was just talking about
Who do you think
better
pushes the
legacy.
characters? Who do you think gives them the opportunity to have a legacy?
Oh, I think John Cena earned that. He never left the company like Cody Rhodes did,
Yeah.
and then
Do you
started
sleep
dyeing
with
his
your
hair.
belt?
No, I haven't even
Do
opened
you
it out of the
wrap
bag.
wrap it around your waist
It's
and
in the
like
closet
do you
actually.
shower in it?
No, it's in the
Like
closet.
that's weird too. So yeah,
I think it's weird.
don't do any of that.
All
Don't do
those
any of that.
Funko Pops you got there and they
Hey,
didn't
don't
make
hate
one
on the
video.
Funko Pops
No,
now.
no, I said
Not the
and
ones you want me.
I said and not done no one video. That's what I said. I think it's weird you got all those and not done
Yeah,
one
I'm not
video.
like a Funko video guy. But anyways,
Guys,
um,
this is a one man band, and we on the Cena train.
crazy,
Braun
crazy to think
Breaker,
that.
Penta. What'd you think about Mr. Hey, bro? I don't know if I told you this. Braun Breaker's Kennesaw State highlights. Bro was
Crazy.
a tank on the field, bro.
Yeah, look, he's a tank in the ring. He's a tank.
But it makes sense though. Like
Yeah.
it was like a
I haven't
three
seen
minute.
these highlights, but I
I
mean,
gotta send
you
him
said
to
he ran
you.
a 4.3
I don't know how fast he was, but
or something
he
like
was
that. He's
he was
super
toting that
fast.
rock and he was blocking like a mug. He was full back, half back,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
traditional.
Yeah, he's a freak. He's a freak. So
I knew Penta wasn't gonna win here.
no, no, no. Penta gonna get his moment though. Again,
Mania?
crowd is hecka behind them, hecka behind them.
You think Mania will be his time?
I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. I think that could be it. But
What they say? Sarah, I don't know what he be saying, but he be going.
yeah, I don't. I need to probably look that up. What does Penta say?
What does Penta say when he does the George Kittle know? Actually, George Kittle probably don't know. He just think it's hype.
George. Pat was back tonight
Yeah, Pat made the trip. I
in his
saw Pat.
kilt.
I knew Pat was there um, before I had realized they announced it because he was on his show. and I could see the little Raw thing in the background from where he was at. Bruh said he gonna have LeBron James on his show next week.
Well deserved.
The King.
He's a beast.
Who, Pat?
Oh yeah, it's like it shows. Yeah, he's a beast.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. So
man. All right, man. What do you give your what's your rating for Raw?
C minus.
C minus. I'm gonna give it a C for Cena. There was only some of the bright spots. We had a lot of funny moments.
Go ahead and wrap this episode up.
Look, y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully, we get a little bit more thrill on our road to WrestleMania. But this was
WWE, we need a little more.
we need more heat, bro.
I know we saving the big guns for Mania. I know we got a big weekend, but just give us a little something to chew on before April 19th, would you? I'd appreciate it. Your boy Xavier would appreciate it.
We need that.
We need
Look,
that.
Y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't seen the Goldberg episode, go watch that. Let us know who we should have next. Stay tuned for all of our recaps. We got LFG, we got Raw, we got SmackDown. I got Bible study on Tuesday, so Xavier may do some NXT. Don't know, we ain't talked about it yet, but stay tuned for all that.
I got one question.
Let's hear it.
With the fans. Again, Stuck and I have been talking about reaching out to independent wrestling organizations and potentially, talking to some of their athletes. If there are any wrestlers or any of those independent wrestling organizations that you guys think we should reach out to, talk to, give us some names, give us some locations, tell them, hey, let us know who sent us to them, and we got to name drop. Oh, Eric sent us here. Whatever. Let us know. We're just trying to get in because wrestling isn't just about Raw. It's not just about NXT, SmackDown, WWE. We know that there is a bigger net of wrestling, what makes this company so great, because they all came from somewhere. We've talked about this. All these wrestlers historically have come from other locations to build this brand that is the WWE today. So we want to pay respect. We want to pay homage to the sport of wrestling, not just a certain brand of wrestling. So with that, we appreciate your guys' time. Like I said, we'll catch up. Stuck, he's got Bible study. He's going to send me some Bible verses. I won't be attending that, but soon, we're going to link back up for some church. But thank you guys for tuning in. Again, Mic Check Mania. This has been our Raw afternoon recap. We appreciate you guys. We're out.
Peace.